everyone. You're tuned in to 95.9 Green FM, and this is the Green FM special report on Compact Days. I am Angie Quadra-Balibay, anchor for Media Watch, delivering the news on media and communication technology.
Today is November 13, 2017. Philippine Standard Time is 4 p.m. I am Jay Santos, anchor for Dasma News, where we bring you the stories in Dasmariñas and about the Dasmariñas.
Join our live streaming video on 95.9 Green FM via Ustream.tv and Facebook Live. I am Stephanie Civiliano, anchor for GoodnessPilipinas.com.
Stay tuned as we bring you stories into positive action, triumph, and inspirational stories. I am Jericho Aguiaran, anchor for GoodnessPilipinas.com Live.
You're now listening to the Green FM special report on Compact Days 2017. These are the full headline stories as brought to you by broadcast journalism students of De La Salle University, Dasmariñas. De La Salle University, Dasmariñas in Cavite champions journalism safety education in the Philippines.
Communication and Journalism Department launches Compact Days 2017 on the web, Facebook, and Twitter.
Compact 2017 seminar focuses on journalist safety and impunity issues in crimes against journalists.
Virtual safety kit exhibits for journalist debuts online.
Broadcast journalism students of DLSUD host a journalism safety documentary and MTV exposition.
PTB4 and broadcast journalism alumnus Alan Francisco returns to DLSUD after his Marawi crisis coverage to share his insights on journalism safety.
VGM students show support to Compact 2017 by mounting a futuristic journalist safety gear exhibit.
ComQuest 2017 sends students on an amazing race about journalism impunity.
Bigka Spoken Poetry Competition returns to DLSUD as part of the Compact Days 2017 event.
LaSalle Dasma joins the national call for justice for 32 journalist victims of Maguindanao massacre.
CJD alumni showcased in journalism safety tips exhibit.
LaSalle Dasma's Communication and Journalism Department spin-offs hit international game.
Those are the Compact Days 2017 headlines. These are the full stories as brought to you by our journalism students.
De La Salle University Dasmariñas is pioneering journalism safety education in the Philippines. DLSUD's Communication and Journalism Department is working with UNESCO to incorporate journalism safety education in its curriculum. Ivan Medina gives us the good news.
Championing journalism safety education, the DLSUD's Communication and Journalism Department makes history as they host a month-long awareness campaign named Compact 2017, Communication Impact on Journalism Safety. April Senedoza, an alumna of broadcast journalism in DLSUD, now a Global News Network reporter, shares her insight on the significant milestone her alma mater achieved.
The Philippines is one of the countries that is being classified as the most dangerous place for media practitioners. I think the LSUD is moving forward when it comes to training aspiring journalists.
Senedoza also commends the Lasallian education that she received for instilling her the principle, no news is worth dying for, which she lives up until today. In addition, DLSUD Professor Marisa Balidoy, one of the organizing committee of Compact 2017, furthers the next step of the university after the month-long advocacy campaign.
CJD is planning to incorporate safety journalism or journalism safety in the curriculum. It should be incorporated in the courses. Even the faculty should be trained in journalism safety.
Balidoy also mentioned that UNESCO Jakarta's Dr. Mingkok Lim visit in the university has helped the department in campaigning journalism safety, and UNESCO is still collaborating with the faculty in ensuring the success of the month-long campaign. This is Ivan Medina reporting for Good News Pilipinas.
LaSalle Dasmariñas has joined the worldwide campaign to end impunity of crimes against journalists. The LSUD Communication and Journalism Department launched its month-long advocacy campaign for the safety of journalists with an online campaign through its new website and social media platforms. Gail Cayetano reports on this good news.
LaSalle University Dasmariñas has virtually launched Communication Impactor Compact 2017, a month-long advocacy campaign for the safety on journalists and ending impunity. Through the university's Communication and Journalism Department, or CJD, a movement against impunity on journalism has been debuted through posting series of advocative posters and articles pertaining to their campaign, reaching to its global audience. As a student studying in Chicago, Kiana Pulido confesses her emotions as she scrolled through CJD's social media campaign. Pulido added that CJD's campaign left an impact on her.
Ending impunity among journalists in the Philippines or even in the whole world is impossible, but through their campaign it made it less impossible, making it almost bearable. Journalists deserve peace because they're only doing their jobs. It's not their fault, so they don't deserve to get killed for no reason.
According to Pulido, she admires CJD's purpose to reach out to people not only inside the campus but also outside the country. Pulido comments the department's strong desire to come up with a month-long celebration just to promote journalism safety education. And team leader of the online launch, JC Santos, shares his team's preparation for Compact 2017 online promotion.
Compact 2017 online launch, we have created 3 teams dedicated to cover and provide newsworthy content using the platforms Facebook, Twitter, and WordPress. Together with our trusted writers, reporters, platform heads, and even Miss Angie Balibay, we review and screen contents prior to publication.
Santos also reminded everyone, including the reporters and writers, to ensure to provide factual information and balanced news. Moreover, he mentioned that all announcements and event information for the month-long advocacy campaign of Compact 2017 will be posted to keep not only their locals but also the global audience updated as well. This is Gail Cayetano reporting for Good News Pilipinas.
Communication and journalism faculty as well as their students are reaching out to audiences not only within the campus but also worldwide. With the Compact Days 2017 events, Nicole Kawaling reports on how LaSalle Dasma is preparing for the month-long campaign.
The LaSallian community as well as its local audiences are anticipating this year's Compact, and Vern Capuno, a DLSUD Communication Arts student, cannot hide her excitement for this year's activities.
I am excited for the campus exhibit and Freedom Wall because as far as I know, the exhibit is about the stand of our alumni regarding safety tips for journalists.
Capuno also added that the exhibit and Freedom Wall, which CJD prepared, will serve as an eye-opener not only for the communication and broadband students but also for everyone, and to be aware that impunity is not a joke. Meanwhile, the head of Compact 2017, Nornelin Cachuela, shares the preparation which the said department did for this month-long advocacy campaign.
We have a lot of preparation, so we scheduled different activities for each day. So what we plan to do for the month long is to do, we started parang every week there's a highlighted event.
Moreover, aside from the global audience that it targets to reach, Compact 2017 aims to raise awareness on its surrounding communities in Dasmariñas. This is Nicole Kawaling reporting for Dasma News.
De La Salle University Dasmariñas broadcast journalism students are presenting an all-original documentary and music video exposition during the Compact 2017 campaign. The videos are themed around the advocacy to end impunity and ensure safety of journalists. Kathleen Pasense filed this Green FM report.
Students from broadcast journalism will be producing an event entitled Kaligtasan at Karapatan, Senior Broadcast Journalism Students Documentary and Music Video Presentation. It aims to enlighten the audience about the condition of the media industry today. Elaine Diaz, a communication student, expresses her expectation from the documentaries and music videos.
What I'm expecting from their documentaries and music videos are images that shows how will they, as future journalists, try to combat the violent acts and issues of impunity against journalists.
The original 30-minute documentaries and 5-minute music videos are in line with this year's compact theme, Journalist Safety and Impunity. Pamela Vasquez, the project head of the event, shares the significance of this event.
Through this, we are also constantly reminded of how important na mabigyang pansin ng estado or kalagayan ng journalists, especially yung mga nasa field and yung safety nila.
Ms. Vasquez also stated that the event will also serve as awareness about what lies behind the lives of the journalists. Kathleen Basensa reporting for Media Watch.
LaSalle Dasma's communication and journalism students are showcasing their own designs of safety gear for the use of journalists while covering the news. The DIY or Do-It-Yourself Safety Gear Expo is set to be staged on Tuesday, November 14th, as part of Compact Days 2017. The expo allows the students to express their creativity in interpreting the Compact theme on journalist safety. The Compact event also provides opportunities for the students to develop teamwork, skills, and attitudes. The contest will have block representative wearing journalism attire and gear using recyclable and eco-friendly materials.
Meanwhile, broadcast journalism students are leading the university's commemoration of the November 23rd Maguindanao massacre where 32 journalists were slain. Isaiah Alonso has a Green FM report on how the Broadcast Journalism Program Council is ensuring the solemnity of this Compact 2017 event.
The council leads the commemoration of the tragedy again this year as regards to the victims and their families. Rafael Labayo, a journalism student, talks about the importance of the event.
As a student journalist, ito yung way ng pagpapakita ng kahalagahan ng kaligtasan ng isang mamamahayag. Bilang isang estudyante pa lang, gusto natin na ipakita sa lahat na ito yung pinagdadaanan.
Labayo also said that this event has a huge effect to students like him because of the responsibilities and risks of being a journalist. The commemoration is set to have a prayer vigil, a VP of the Victims and Awareness Campaign, and a spoken word presentation, which highlights a tribute of the council. The event and its happenings is shared to audiences outside DLSUD, and Micaela Hosson, project head of the event, shares the relevance of the event being publicized.
If we make the effort na i-disseminate yung information, not only inside the university kundi pati sa labas, there is a great potential that it will make a difference. The effort made by students to disseminate the information is how our advocacy will be known.
Hosson said that the commemoration sends a message to the people about Compact's advocacy of ending media impunity through its participants and social media. The annual commemoration and tribute of BJPC to the victims of the Maguindanao massacre is the way of the journalism community of DLSUD to show concern and incorporate safety among its students. Isaiah Richard Alonso, reporting for Media Watch.
Next on the Green FM Special Report on Compact Days 2017. PTV4 and Broadcast Journalism alumnus Alan Francisco returns to DLSUD after his Marawi crisis coverage to share his insights on journalism safety.
Graphic design students show support to Compact 2017 by mounting a futuristic journalist safety gear exhibit.
Online voting for Mr. and Miss DIY Safety Gear Expo ends today.
CompQuest 2017 sends students on an amazing race about journalism safety.
Bigka's spoken poetry competition returns to DLSUD as part of the Compact Days 2017 campaign. More news from Green FM reporters when we return after some station reminders. Please stay tuned. right now we're saying no story is worth dying for, but in our time, really, a story was worth dying for, and you will die for it because you're not prepared to keep yourself safe. So it's a good thing that we are doing this, and we'd really like to push it to the forefront of global audience, together with the help of UNESCO, that we are champions of journalism safety education in the Philippines. Welcome back. You're still tuned into the Green FM special report on Compact Days 2017. I'm Angie Quadra Balibay, anchor for Media Watch. Here are more of today's Compact Days 2017 stories. The Communication and Journalism Department is reaching out to a global audience with the launch of its Compact Days 2017 online campaign platforms. Kaiser May Orias reports on the newly set up CJD website, Facebook, and Twitter pages.
Compact Days 2017 has conducted an online launch to officially present the theme of the month-long advocacy campaign for journalism and safety and other related information about the International Day Against Impunity. Most of the students, like Ivy Cristel Pajo, agreed that this kind of technique really helped not just the Compact, but other important events as well.
Syempre, online launching will really help the promotion for the Compact 2017, since nowadays teenagers or most of the students are online.
Online is indeed a very wide medium to present and publicize the themes and activities for the event, since a lot of people are active in social media. The team leader of the online launch, John Christian Santos, explained that launching it online in various platforms allows the users to access it 24/7, anytime, anywhere.
Launching it online is advantageous. Of course, we want to make sure that our campaign will reach the global audiences.
Social media is not just for entertainment and pastime, because it can also be helpful for the promotions of the important event like this. This is Kaiser May Orias reporting for Media Watch.
LaSalle Dasma's Communication and Journalism Department is conducting a Journalism and Safety Forum on November 23rd, featuring alumni who are in the journalism profession. Wendell de Guzman filed his Compact 2017 report.
With this year's Compact theme, the Communication and Journalism Department, or CJD, will be conducting a forum for communication and journalism students regarding safety of journalists. Kate Sevilla, a fourth-year graduating broadcast journalism student, expressed how important this kinds of event to her and to other graduating journalism students.
It is very important to learn about how journalists can be safe in this country. So, itong forum na to, sana makapagbigay sa amin ng kaalaman as to how we can protect ourselves in the future.
The event will tackle the present issues faced by journalists and how members of the media protect themselves during news coverages. Atom Pornel, one of the team leader for this event, said that this forum will bring awareness for journalism students on what is really happening in the industry of journalism.
Would have an awareness na ganun yung nangyayari, ganun yung status, and magkakaroon sila ng kaalaman kung ano yung mga pwedeng gawin para maiwasan yung media killings dito sa bansa. So, magkakaroon sila ng knowledge on how to protect themselves pag nasa industriya na.
The goal of the event is to equip student journalists in facing the realities of the journalism profession. Invited journalists will also give their insights and share their experiences in the field of journalism. Wendell de Guzman, reporting for Media Watch.
People's Television Network 4 and Broadcast Journalism alumnus Alan Francisco is revisiting LaSalle Dasmariñas to speak at a forum on journalism and safety. Francisco comes back to the LSUD after 8 weeks of covering the Marawi crisis for the Government News Network. The Broadcast Journalism alumnus will join a panel of journalists to share insights in a forum discussing journalism safety and issues of impunity of crimes against news media professionals. Francisco is also a featured journalist on the Compact 2017 showcase of journalist safety tips from the CJD graduates. Francisco is the former news director and chief announcer of 95.9 Green FM of De La Salle University, Dasmariñas. Graphics design and multimedia arts students of LaSalle Dasma are presenting an exhibit on futuristic safety gears and attire for journalists to show their support for the Compact Days 2017 advocacy campaign. Noemi Venegas gives us an update on the exhibit, which will be displayed on campus this November.
Graphics Design and Multimedia Arts or BGM third-year students prepare for the upcoming futuristic safety gears and attire for journalists exhibit starting November 14 to 17. Working under Professor Roel Ramirez, the BGM students are tasked to showcase their creativity in making futuristic safety gears during the 4-day exhibit of Compact 2017. Broadcast journalism student Laxmi Belyazes said she thinks it is a good start in promoting this year's Compact campaign as it aims to educate the students of the LSUD.
It shows them what is really happening, na hindi naman nila malalaman since nasa ibang course sila. These shows promote our advocacy in a way that will make people think.
Third-year BGM student Michael Quazon shares their preparation for the event.
Yung pinapagawa sa amin is isang futuristic gear designs ng mga reporter. Sa group namin, ang gagawin namin ay gear para sa reporter na nasa war zone.
According to the event description, aside from creativity, the output must also be practical. The activity will take place at the MTH grounds from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Noemi Vinegas reporting for Media Watch.
Netizens can now vote online for their choice of the Mr. and Miss Journalist Safety Gear Expo models from the Communication and Journalism Department. Andy Corongkong reports on how this traditional online voting of candidates is being run in this year's Compact Days 2017.
Number of likes pa rin yung criteria kasi kaya nga people's choice.
In place of the annual Fashion Expo, candidates for communication and journalism programs now have to design DIY safety gears made of recycled materials. While there are some changes to the pageant, the traditional voting for the People's Choice Awards will still take place. Candidates like Angel Ballesteros from Com31 must garner Facebook likes for online voting of their photo entry.
Personally, I think the number of likes shouldn't just be the basis for the online voting. Madali lang kasi dayaan because some people can use auto-likes to win.
Every Fashion Expo, candidates are given the People's Choice Award for garnering the most likes on their photo entry. Online voting of photo entries for People's Choice Awards were posted on November 9, and the counting of votes will be supervised by team leader Gabriel Cayetano.
For this year, most number of likes pa rin yung criteria kasi kaya nga people's choice. Maybe next year, pag may naisip na ibang criteria, may proof na.
The winners of the People's Choice Awards will be announced on stage during the event. The candidates will walk the runway on November 14 at the Tanghalang Julian Felipe. Andy Carungkong, reporting for Media Watch.
The LSUD Communications and Journalism students will be challenging each other's skills and knowledge in the Amazing Race theme contest as they search for tips and information about journalism safety and impunity issues. Public relations students are organizing the unique ComQuest as an official event of the Compact Days 2017. Joshua Roldan filed this Green FM report.
2017 leveled up as it ventures its challenge from Quiz B to Amazing Race. It will be played by 4 representatives, which will be given an hour and a half to finish the race. Riadel Masinas, a 4th-year student from broadcast journalism, shares her expectations on the activity.
Siguro mas may enjoy yung conquest ngayon. Siyempre, outdoor na yung labanan tapos mas masaya. Level up na rin yung pag-cheer mo sa mga ka-blackmate mo, tapos marami na ring makakapanood, hindi lang tayo.
The race will be composed of several stations where the games from each station will reflect the theme of this year's Compact. Bea Granada, the team leader of ComQuest 2017, explains why the ComQuest switched to Amazing Race.
We want to raise the involvement of students, particularly the Com and
join students by asking them to participate in a more interactive games, like it requires them to think critically, and also will require them to exert physical effort that will result to teamwork.
Renada also added that they want the students to have fun while learning. Joshua Roldan reporting for Media Watch.
LaSallian students are utilizing spoken poetry to present their literary skills and creativity while presenting their advocacy about journalism and safety. This year's Bigcast 2.0, organized by the Broadcast Journalism Program Council, returns on stage as part of the Compact Days 2017. Abigail Galindo filed this Green FM report.
Cast 2.0 is a spoken poetry contest to be held on the 1st of December as part of Compact 2017. However, unlike usual spoken poetry contests, the pieces of the artist will tackle about safety of journalists and the danger of impunity. Communication student Rich Primero expresses his expectations for the upcoming spoken poetry competition.
Regarding sa Bigcast 2.0, I expect to hear more composed poetries and more about our social issues here in the Philippines.
Bigcast 2.0 team leader LV Correos furthered about the aim of this year's competition.
Kakatalo lang talaga siya sa topic ng mga piece na ipe-perform since ifo-focus talaga natin siya this year on impunity. We would like to challenge the students to use their creativity and talent in spoken poetry to advocate our fight against impunity.
All LaSallians are encouraged to participate in this competition. Abigail Galindo reporting for Media Watch.
The Green FM team is set to provide full coverage of the Compact Days 2017, complete with live feed on-air radio and field report updates from each event. Julia Kimbao has this Green FM report.
5.9 Green FM will give its live updates for Compact 2017. The team will give informations for the month-long advocacy campaign and to raise awareness among LaSallian commune. Angelique Ballesteros, a communication student, shares her opinions on the Green FM's radio coverage.
Mas madidisseminate yung information na mangyayari, yung mga sagot ng mga candidates sa mga questions, and mas magiging informative nga sa mga students na makikinig.
Ballesteros added that it would be a big help to everyone to be informed and aware on the current issues that media professionals are facing. Atom Pornell, Green FM coverage team leader, shared how the team prepared for the coverage of the event.
Nagkaroon kami ng batch meeting actually. Tapos kasama lahat yung journalism 4-2, 4-1. Tapos nag-plot kami ng kumbaga initial meeting, parang briefing lang kami tungkol sa mga mangyayari sa mga schedules, sa mga event. Pero nung nagkaroon kami ng separate class meeting or block meeting, doon na kami naglagay ng mga positions.
Pornell added that the preparation for coverage became easier because of everyone's participation. This is Julia Kimbao reporting for Media Watch.
Coming up after this break, Maguindanao Massacre commemoration to take place at De La Salle University, Dasmariñas. Student journalists and various media to preview Compact Days 2017 offerings in La Salle Dasma Media Forum. More news from this Green FM special report on Compact Days 2017 after a quick station break. Please stay tuned to 95.9 Green FM. We're also on Facebook Live and Twitter at 959 Green FM.
Thank you for staying with us. You're still tuning in to Green FM Special Report on Compact Days 2017. I am Jay Santos for Dasma News. Our Compact 27 news headlines are served. These are the stories in detail. De La Salle University Dasmariñas students and faculty will use the hashtag 8 years no justice to commemorate the anniversary of Maguindanao Massacre. Christine Mahusay reports on the November 23rd event of the Compact Days 2017 to be held here in Dasmariñas.
Hashtag 8 years no justice. This is the title of the Maguindanao Massacre commemoration event organized by the Broadcast Journalism Program Council of DLSUD, and Naomi Obis is sad about this truth. The fourth-year journalism students sees the importance of this commemoration event. Ubis added that people should not forget about what happened in the Maguindanao Massacre.
The mere fact that lives are being sacrificed in order to have the truth is a grave factor at hindi imposibleng mangyari ito ulit.
Naomi Obis is a graduating broadcast journalism student. She has been attending the DLSUD commemoration for the Maguindanao Massacre since she started college. Team leader of this year's commemoration, Mika Hoson, shared her thoughts about the essence of the event.
Asking the Lord for justice even though 8 years have passed. It has become the tradition of the department to commemorate the massacre with the purpose of bringing awareness as regards to the massacre.
That commemoration will highlight the prayer vigil that will be offered for the victims of the massacre, in hope of the justice that should be bestowed to them 8 years ago. Christine Mahusay, reporting for Dasma News.
Student, journalists, and other media representatives will be previewing the events of LaSalle Dasma's Compact Days 2017. In a media forum on Tuesday, November 14th, the media forum, spearheaded by the Communication Program Council, is expected to gather LaSalle and the community media. Kate Sejales has the story.
In accordance with the International Day Against Impunity, the Communication and Journalism Department of De La Salle University Dasmariñas is taking place on journalism safety education. Nika Delinia, a graduating journalism student who will enter her future career soon, is looking forward for the event.
I hope that the forum will become a wake-up awareness to the public, governments, and officials to also give priority to the media practitioners who risk their lives just to uncover the truth, but to also support their safety.
She concluded that it is time to give importance on the safety of media people while delivering news and unveiling the truth. The lead team, headed by Tony Chua, organized the event for communication and journalism students together with other media organizations.
With this event, this is a shout out, this is a call out to the government to also give emphasis on the importance of the security of these people.
According to Tony, the event serves as a call for the government to prioritize journalism safety and address impunity issues. The media briefing aims to invite students, professors, and media organizations in and outside of Dasmariñas to engage for the awareness of journalism safety and impunity issues. Kate Selajes, reporting for Dasma News.
Thank you, Kate Selajes. Popular and amateur spoken word enthusiasts will gather at the De La Salle University Dasmariñas campus to support the month-long safety awareness campaign for journalists. Bigas 2.0, a spoken word poetry contest, will present original works by members of the La Salle community as well as the invited artists. Jess Calape filed this Green FM report.
Salle University Dasmariñas, or DLSUD's Broadcast Journalism Program Council, or BJPC, is to head a spoken word poetry competition entitled Bigas 2.0, where they're inviting all creative and poetic students to speak and pour their hearts on stage. The said competition will be about the safety and impunity issues among journalists, and Rich Daniel Primero is interested in going to the event. The communication student from DLSUD says he thinks spoken word poetry is a good medium for people to express themselves.
Nalalabas nila ang saloobin nila through art. Kasi minsan hindi sila napapansin ng public. Kasi yun nga, estudyante pa sila and young pa sila. So, through spoken word, nalalabas nila yung mga saloobin nila.
Along with the spoken word from students, spoken word artists were also invited to the event not only to judge but also present their masterpieces. Elvi Corrios, the president of the BJPC, shared the objectives of the upcoming competition.
We want them to creatively express themselves through spoken words and encourage the audience with what they have to say. Their performances are expected to leave an impact by letting the people be inspired to express themselves and to take part in do action towards our advocacy.
Bigkas 2.0 will be held on the 1st of December at the Tanghalian Julian Felipe in DLSUD. Jess Calape reporting for Dasma News.
DLSUD will welcome national journalists who will speak in a forum about journalism safety. LaSalle Dasma alumni and guest journalists will be sharing their news coverages experiences and as well as journalism safety tips in Compact Days 2017. Seminars are scheduled for November 23rd, and here's Luis Danielle Talabis with her Green FM report.
Third-year communication students, together with DLSUD's Broadcast Journalism Program Council and DLSUD's University Radio 95.9 Green FM, will hold a seminar forum on November 23 as part of their Journalism Principles and Practices class. The said forum aims to discuss different impunity issues that are faced by journalists. Nika Delinia, a fourth-year broadcast journalism student, said this event will be applicable and helpful to all aspiring media practitioners like her.
I'm looking forward sa mga i-discuss ng mga guest speakers para ibahagi ang kanilang advices and yung mga important reminders once a journalist is out on the field to cover a news story.
Meanwhile, Adriel Kasongsong, project head of the event, assures that this forum will instill new learning and will also provide tips on how members of the media can protect themselves when covering events.
Makikita natin dito ang mga local journalists and other media practitioners sa mismong forum. Pwede din mag-ask ang audiences ng mga questions katulad ng kung ano nga ba ang estado ng mga journalists ngayon sa ating bansa.
Professors, staff, parents, guests, other DLSUD students, and even those from the senior high school department are welcome to attend the Journalism and Safety Forum. Lois Daniel Talabis reporting for Dasma News.
Communication Juniors will stage a new play created for Compact Days 2017. The stage play, written by CJD faculty Miss Rosani Sarile, will be presented on December 1st. It will be during the Bigkas 2.0 contest of the CJD month-long campaign. Here is Pauline Gonzalez with the details.
Sa bawat nilalang ay may bulag, may titig at may limit.
COM32, together with Ms. Rosani Sarile, Director of Marketing Communications Office of DLSUD, will lead the stage play feature at the Tanghalang Julian Felipe. Christine Mahi, a Dasmariñas student, gave her opinion on how stage play contribute to expose campaigns.
Stage play is a great way to give messages on different kinds of campaigns. Stage play makes campaigns alive right before our eyes.
The stage play is directed by Win Luis Belen, president of COM32, and will be presented during Bigkas 2.0, a spoken word competition. According to him, the stage play is entitled Bulag, Pipi at Pingi, which was originally a song composed by Freddie Aguilar. Win discussed the relation of the play with the university's compact theme, Communication Impact on Journalism and Safety.
Ang pinaka-nakikita kong relation ng Bulag, Pipi at Pingi sa theme ng Compact 2017 is yung pagsasawalang bahala ng mga tao sa kapakanan ng mga journalists. Pero hindi natin nalalaman na sila yung mga nagsasakripisyo upang maging aware tayo sa paligid natin.
The Salians who will participate in the upcoming event will showcase their creativity in poetry. Spoken word artists will also be performing at the event and will be judging the competition. This is Pauline Gonzalez reporting.
Senior journalism students of De La Salle University Dasmariñas will present videos tackling the issues of impunity on crimes against journalists and their safety. Mayana Villanueva reports for Green FM.
Fourth-year journalism students of DLSUD are set to have a video presentation event
entitled Kaligtasan at Karapatan on the 14th of November at the Tanghalan Julian Felipe in Del SUD. The event will showcase different documentaries and music videos in line with the Compact 2017 advocacy campaign about journalism, safety, and media impunity issues. Alden Castaño, third-year communication student of Del SUD, shares his thoughts about the upcoming event.
For me, the event sounds interesting and it might be helpful to us future media practitioners because it is going to be all about journalism and media.
The video outputs to be presented were all made by the 40 journalism students of DLSUD, while the event is part of the course requirement on their video post-production. One of the team leaders of Kaligtasan at Karapatan, Bianca Katipunan, explains details and the objective of the event.
Yung theme is impunity and safety ng journalist. Ang objective ng event na to is to showcase yun nga, paano mamomode or paano ipapakita ng JORN 4.1 and 4.2 yung different issues regarding safety ng journalist and impunity ng country natin.
The video presentation event aims to share some knowledge to the public regarding impunity issues and safety of a journalist. Mayana Villanueva, reporting for Dasma News.
The finale of LaSalle Dasma's Communication Compact Days will be marked by a morning race between communication and journalism students. Joshua Labatete reports on the Amazing Race Team Contest.
Students from De La Salle University Dasmariñas are anticipating the approaching Communication Impact Days, which comes once a year. Third-year communication major Rona Vicencio is one of the many who plan to attend Compact's many events. However, Vicencio looks forward to the ComQuest Amazing Race more than anything.
Event isn't just to have fun. Non-students can benefit from this to know the safety measures to protect ourselves in our daily life.
Vicencio and other interested spectators are set to watch ComQuest on December 1st. The Amazing Race-style game will have teams of journalism and communication students competing in 10 stations of obstacle courses. ComQuest project head Bea Granada worked on making the lineup of games both fun and educational.
Nag-isip talaga kami na something about Compact's team of journalist safety, about sa emergency, sa mga survival.
Granada and members of the ComQuest committee will supervise the event. ComQuest is one of Compact's events to spread public awareness on the dangerous conditions that professional journalists face. Joshua Labatete, reporting for Dasma News.
Communication students are presenting various disaster preparedness emergency kits in an exhibit as part of the DLSUD's Compact Days 2017. Jerome De Quinto reports has the details when how you can view the exhibit.
To raise awareness about the importance of emergency kits, DLSUD students from the Communication and Journalism Department or CJD will be having an exhibit entitled Emerge and See, and Vera Tromata is one interested student. The fourth-year broadcast journalism student is also a resident of Dasmariñas City, and even though the city has not yet experienced floods or other destructive disasters, she thinks there is still a need for the community to secure emergency kits.
It's better to be safe than sorry, ika nga. So, mas maganda siguro kung may mga emergency kits para sigurado tayo na safe talaga tayo kahit na anong mangyari.
Vera Tromata says the Emerge and See exhibit will not only benefit the students but other people as well by sharing the information and lessons from the exhibit. She is also looking forward for more related events in the future. One of Emerge and See's organizers, Nicole Bedanya, explains the reason behind putting up such an exhibit.
Crisis can happen at any time, and so we deemed it necessary to have an exhibit like this. Of course, it is best that people are prepared.
Through the emergency exhibit, the CJD is hoping that students will be encouraged to make their own specialized emergency kits. Jerome De Quinto, reporting for Dasma News.
De La Salle University Dasmariñas Green FM, together with the third-year broadcast journalism students, are covering the month-long Compact 2017 event. Sherry Sayaman reports on how radio coverage for these events maximizes the radio as a medium for raising awareness not only for the students but for the Dasmariñas community.
This year's radio coverage of Green FM will be different than before. Team leaders and Broadyard students are aiming to use radio as a medium for broadcasting not just live updates about Compact 2017, but also as a medium for raising awareness against impunity in the community. EJ Emerenciana, a communications student from De La Salle University, Dasmariñas, says that radio coverage is a perfect medium for the community to be aware about this year's Compact 2017 advocacy.
I think maganda pong medium yung radio coverage nito kasi maririnig nila rather na yung mga informations po and yung mga experiences ng mga journalists.
EJ Emerenciana is one of the many students who is excited to be more knowledgeable with kinds of impunities. According to Chief Announcer of Green FM, Jericho Agyatan, they had their series of meetings until it became big sessions since they are able to identify the needs for the project and their aim on raising awareness through radio coverage.
Isa sa mga biggest preps sa social media para mas malawak yung coverage namin. Kung hindi namin kaya gawin masyado dito sa local, why don't we do it online?
Agyatan added that they want Compact 2017 to be successful, to get the message across and have it serve as a medium campaign that media killings and impunity are present and actually happening in the country. They also wanted to have a meaningful effect since it would be very beneficial to students who will enter the media industry someday, and for community to be aware on what may happen and how they should react towards it. Sherish Sayaman, reporting for Dasma News.
More from Green FM special report on Compact Days 2017. Virtual safety kit exhibit for journalists debuts online. DLSUD holds the first DIY Safety Gear Expo in the Philippines. LaSalle Dasma joins the national call for justice for 32 journalists victims of Maguindanao Massacre. Broadcast journalism students present Safety of Journalism documentary and MTV exposition. CJD Alumni Showcase in Journalism Safety Exhibit. LaSalle Dasma's Communication and Journalism Department spins off Hit International Game. Graphics design and multimedia students of DLSUD models futuristic safety gears and attires for journalists. More of the good news from this Green FM special report on Compact Days 2017. When we come back, please keep it here on 95.9 Green FM, and we are also on Facebook and Twitter at 95.9 Green FM.
Welcome back. You're still tuning to the Green FM special report on Compact Days 2017. I am Stephanie Sevillano.
And I'm Jericho Agyatan, and these are the good news reports on the Compact Days 2017.
LaSalle DASMA will soon launch an online exhibit of safety kits for journalists. Jill Gayanilo has a good news report on how the online webpage can help the global community.
Safety Kit exhibit is an event of Compact 2017 themed with the safety of journalists and impunity. The fourth-year communication art students of DLSUD organized the event for the students to be aware of the safety measures to be presented on the exhibit. The event is set to have its own web page where information, photos, and videos from the actual exhibit will be posted because of its vital role in disseminating awareness. A fourth-year journalism student at Cavite State University in Dang, Sheila Incidencia, said it's a good idea for it can help spread awareness to wider audience, since the exhibit particularly aims to disseminate information to a broader scale.
That is one thing that we want, not only as a journalist, but as a human being. We want to be able to spread awareness, and we want to save more lives as much as possible. So I really think it's a good idea.
She also said that internet is very wide, and through this method, it's more possible to circulate more information. Sheila Incidencia is just one of the many people outside the university that can be reached by the online webpage launch. John Christian Santos, the project head for the online launch of the webpage, said that the main purpose of the online exhibit is to let other people aside from the students of LaSalle Dasmariñas to see their campaign globally.
We wanted to go online because we wanted our audiences to see our campaign globally. At the same time, it gives them live updates using the platforms Facebook, Twitter, and WordPress.
The project head also said that they are maximizing the social platforms in order to reach more audience, and it will also be an opportunity for the veterans to tell their own safety measures. The Safety Kit online exhibit is set to launch its own webpage on the day the exhibit will be presented on the Julian Felipe Hallway in the College of Liberal Arts and Communication building of the LaSalle University Dasmariñas. Jill Gayanilo reporting for Good News Pilipinas.
For other news, De La Salle University Dasmariñas is staging the first Do-It-Yourself Safety Gear Expo in the Philippines. Here's Christian Sikihor to deliver the good news.
De La Salle University Dasmariñas, a prominent university in Cavite, launches the first DIY Safety Gear Expo in the Philippines, advocating journalism safety on the field through the students' creative designs in making safety gears for professional journalists and even student journalists experiencing difficulty and danger whenever they cover an event or an assignment. Fourth-year broadcast journalism student Brian Ellis Castillo tells us how he feels about the first-ever Fashion Expo advocating journalism safety.
Well, I am very happy that the department chose safety for journalists as the theme for this year's Compact and Fashion, and of course the Fashion Expo 2017. What made it interesting for me is that how will students incorporate safety of journalists through fashion?
Brian Castillo is only one of the many student journalists who thinks positively about the Fashion Expo and hopes to see how the expo will serve as a remembrance to aspiring journalists about safety. Assistant team leader of the Fashion Expo, Noemi Veniegas, tells us why she wants this event to be successful with regard to journalist safety.
Well, as a student journalist, I think it is a great way of expressing empathy to our journalists who risk their lives out there. Through this Safety Gear Expo, we aim to play a part in raising awareness about the safety of journalists.
The Fashion Expo 2017 will be held at De La Salle University Dasmariñas on the 14th of November, where various safety gears created by the Communication and Journalism Department students are showcased. This is Christian Sikihor reporting for Good News Pilipinas.
LaSalle DASMA community members will hold an annual prayer vigil calling on justice for journalists killed in the Maguindanao massacre. Here's Let Flores with a report on how the campus community is responding to the advocacy for journalism safety.
One of Cavite's premier university, DLSUD, is participating in the 8th year commemoration of the Maguindanao Massacre with the help of the Communication Journalism Department. JC Navarro, a communication student, shares his reaction about the Maguindanao Massacre commemoration.
Nakakatuwa and nakaka-inspire kasi as a Lasallian, nagkakaroon yung ating university ng iisang boses para sa mapalawig ba ang ating kaisipan about sa media killings. And also, nagkakaroon tayo ng isang boses na itigil na ang karahasang ito.
Navarro also mentions that he expects the event to be meaningful and for other students to see the reality of the society about the media killings. According to Micaela Johnson, the project head of the event, they make publications and posts in Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram on their accounts with the hashtag 8 Years No Justice.
Students can expect that the event will impart a brief background about the victims of the massacre and hopefully ma-enlighten sila about journalists' rights and responsibilities through an AVP na inihahanda namin for them.
According to Johnson, the event will impart to students a brief background about the massacre and to enlighten aspiring media practitioners. The event will start at 5:30 in the afternoon and will be held at the JFH grounds on November 23, 2017. This is Let Flores reporting for Good News Pilipinas.
More on Good News, broadcast journalism students are tackling the topic of journalism safety and impunity in documentaries and music videos to be presented during the Compact Days 2017. Riley Monte filed this Green FM report.
Broadcast journalism students of DLSUD takes the lead in producing music videos and short documentaries that advocates journalism safety and impunity committed against journalists for their video exposition entitled Kaligtasan and Karapatan. Naomi Obis, a participant in the exposition, shares her team's strategy in producing their video output.
Iba yung atake at yung treatment na ginawa namin ng partner ko sa music video. Unang-una kasi iba yung theme. It is very unusual. Also, we really made sure na yung music video is basically limelight ng mga journalists that really gave their lives in order to have the truth.
Obis also emphasized that the exposition would be of high impact and is a great avenue of advocating journalism safety. In addition, Bianca Katipunan, one of the organizers of the exposition, furthers the importance of the videos that they will be producing.
The different documentaries and music videos will shed light to issues that are kept in the dark. We all know that our country is listed as one of the most dangerous countries for journalists.
Katipunan also says that she is very hopeful for the success of the event because it would be a great homage to journalists that are fighting for their lives to deliver the news that is due to the masses. This is Riley Monte, reporting for Good News Pilipinas.
Another good news, DLSUD's Communication and Journalism Department is showcasing its graduates who are now journalism professionals here and abroad. The DLSU alumni are featured in an exhibit giving their safety tips during news coverage. Al Cavido has the good news report for Green FM.
La Salle University Dasmariñas is spearheading the Lasallian Museum 21 Years in the Making, an exhibit that portrays media impunity and safety of journalists through the help of Communication and Journalism Department or CJD. Clarissa Formilan, who is taking up AB Communication at Colegio de San Juan de Letran at Tabukay, Bataan, expresses her sentiment regarding the exhibit.
Actually, maganda siya kasi na-educate yung mga student journalists and media practitioners on how to stay safe during the report coverage.
Adhering to the Compact Days 2017 theme, Communication Impact on Journalism and Safety, this event aims to enlighten and guide media practitioners in the path they will soon cross. Tale Escuton, the team leader of this event, expresses her respect for the journalist who, according to her, should never be dubbed as an easy career.
Journalists are painters who hold the brushes and paint information and communication to the world. Without them, This world is a blank canvas, and it is up to them if they will make this canvas their great masterpiece.
The exhibit aims to give awareness to its global audience about the alarming state of journalists and the present situation of media impunity in the Philippines. This is Al Cabido reporting for Good News Pilipinas.
The LSUD Graphics Design and Multimedia students will hold an exhibit featuring futuristic safety gears and attire for journalists. The exhibit is presented in support of the month-long awareness campaign called Compact Days 2017. Michalu Blancaflor reports for Green FM.
Futuristic exhibit will showcase the creativity and the works of graphics design in multimedia students in creating safety outlets for journalists. Patrick Miguel Pangilinan, a graphics design student of LaSalle Dasma, stated that the exhibit they made will be of good help in advocating safety for future journalists.
Makita rin po sa event na ito yung mga nire-recommend ng mga advertising students na pwedeng maging itsura ng mga safety gear ng mga journalists in the future for different kinds of situations.
According to the advisor of the exhibit, Professor Roel Ramirez, APR, the activity aims to create safety gears for journalists in the near future.
On the inside, that in the next 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years, there is a need for the journalists to really equipped with an appropriate gears and attire when they cover a dangerous assignment.
Ramirez also mentioned that the networks and the other media organizations should consider investing safety gears to provide safety for their own journalists. The organizers also plan to launch the exhibit online to reach more audiences and even media organizations, thus promoting the journalism safety in a much more larger scale. This is Michalu Blancaflor reporting for Good News Filipinas.
LaSalle Dasma in Cavite is staging its own version of the popular international reality game show, The Amazing Race. The Comcast Race on Journalism and Safety will be held in the morning of December 1st, the final day of Compact 2017. Carlos Mercurio filed this report.
Comquest Amazing Race is campus-based spin-off of an international game show, The Amazing Race, but the participants of these events are students from College of Liberal Arts and Communication. A third-year communication student, Nicole Mariscotas, shares her thoughts about the Comquest Amazing Race.
Comquest is an effective way to enlighten the students about our theme, which is the safety of journalists. First of all, kasi games or quiz-free activities like this, diba? They generally help gain the attention of people. And if we find ways para ma-incorporate yung essential information with it, mas tumatatak siya sa minds ng audience.
Mariscotas also stated that this event will not only give students enjoyment and knowledge about the safety of journalists, but will also experience the university's very own Amazing Race-style event. Furthermore, the team leader of Comquest 2017, Bea Granada, adds to why they choose the theme of the Amazing Race on this event.
For this year's Compact 2017, this could engage the students of CLAC to be more aware and be knowledgeable about the safety of journalists here in the country.
Granada also mentions that this activity aims to show teamwork of the students as well as to test of awareness if they are knowledgeable enough in being aware of their safety, which is the main goal of the said event. This is Carlos Mercurio reporting for Good News Pilipinas.
When we return, we will be rejoined by Jay Santos and Angie Cuadra Balibay for this Green FM special report on Compact Days 2017.
Please stay with us here on 95.9 Green FM, and we are also on Facebook and Twitter at 959 Green FM.
story is worth dying for, but in our time, really, a story was worth dying for, and you will die for it because you're not prepared to keep yourself safe. So it's a good thing that we are doing this, and we'd really like to push it to the forefront of global audience, together with the help of UNESCO, that we are champions of journalism safety education in the Philippines.
Welcome back. You're still tuning to 95.9 Green FM, and this is our special report on the Compact Days 2017. I'm Angie Cuadra-Balibay, anchor for Media Watch.
I'm Jay Santos for Dasma News.
I am Stephanie Sevillano for GoodNewsPilipinas.com.
Jericho Aguiaran at your service for GoodNewsPilipinas.com live.
So that was our Green FM special report on the Compact Days 2017, which runs from November until December 1st. What's your favorite report or event in today's show, Jay?
I think it will be on the safety kit.
Safety kit?
I think it's more interesting since most all of us can relate because it's already times of disasters na, and you don't know what's gonna happen next when you step out of your home.
But particularly for journalists?
Yes, ma'am. Kasi there are a lot of stops inside a journalist's gear that they can use to protect themselves. Aside from themselves, they can also use it to save others.
Yeah, my favorite report was about that someone from Chicago actually.
Oh yeah, nice.
Saying that an online
the
platform for this campaign sends a signal of great participation of the department in this online campaign. What was yours, Jericho and Stephanie? How about you? What's your favorite report for today? Or maybe an event on Compact?
I think my favorite event will be the annual commemoration of Maguindanao Massacre because it gives us the impression that we must always step up positively towards ending journalism impunity. It's always awakening our souls as future media practitioners in this country. How about you, Steph?
For me, of course, we love the part of the senior students preparing documentaries and music videos about how to end the journalists' endless killings or impunity issues. And of course, how the government is working regarding this matter.
Exactly. So, Steph, Jericho and Jay, do you think the Compact 27 theme is timely? It's about journalism and safety, and the context is the CJD, the Communication and Journalism Department, is actually championing safety education for journalists in the Philippines. Do you think it's a timely topic?
Of course, ma'am. It's already high time for us journalists, especially the young generations, to be involved in terms of ending the issues of impunity. At the same time, tapusin yung old practices which put journalists in harm's way.
Exactly.
And for me, it is a good point of Lasallian values in initiating on how to address this kind of issue in our society, particularly the journalism issue on impunity and killings.
Exactly. That's also my point, Steph. And I would like to add that we need, as future media practitioners here at LaSalle, we need to embody the values of being a journalist. And we
Yes,
need,
you're
actually,
right.
I am supporting Jay's statement that we need to remove these old practices of these harms against journalists. Yeah.
Jay, you have something to say about the online platform? So Jay Santos here is actually the project leader of the online platforms of CJD, which actually presents the Compact campaign to a global audience. So Jay.
All right. I would like to invite everyone to check out our media platforms, particularly Facebook, WordPress, and our Twitter. It will be dlsudcjd.wordpress.com for WordPress. At the same time, it will be dlsud CJT on Facebook as well as Instagram. You're gonna find out updates about our events, especially about discussing issues of safety, at the same time discussing issues in impunity. Also, we have to mind our audiences that we will be having exhibits online. So even though you are not here in the other city, you're somewhere over the globe, you can still visit us using your gadgets, from laptop to your tablets and cell phones.
So we'd like to thank our DLSU, the WordPress, Twitter, and Facebook team. We're actually right now with us here in the studio. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're being featured on the Compact News.
Yes, ma'am.
And of course, we would also like to encourage everyone to take part on having their social media initiation on DLSCD Compact 2017. We have our Facebook profile frames.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do you
we are
have your
encouraging
Facebook profile frame already, Steph?
Not yet, but
Getting there.
yes, we're getting there.
Okay, you should
We will
immediately all go on Facebook and use the Compact frame.
Yes.
Jericho.
Yeah, you may also upload your cover photo. I uploaded mine.
Wow.
And the impunity now, it's so timely for us. Mind you, really. All right.
You have a lineup of upcoming events, Jericho?
Actually, we have on November 23rd, we have the seminar for journalism, impunity, and safety. And we encourage everyone. Everyone is encouraged to attend this seminar because we'll have talk about on issues about this. It's so... actually, every year we are heightening our awareness. It's not a stagnant thing. We are always heightening our awareness on journalism impunity. It's not only even awareness. It's even a call to action for everybody.
And of course, for tomorrow,
Yeah.
we have our DIY safety gear.
Yes, it's exciting.
Yes, and documentary
It's a
and
good news.
music video presentation.
Yes.
That's all about journalism, safety,
And impunity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there also tomorrow happening is the media forum
Mhm.
and the docus and music videos on the advocacy team. All right. There's also a final day.
Final day.
Well,
On
December
4th.
December
First,
Sorry.
all right.
December
With a
1st.
full pack day conquest, followed by the Big Class 2.0.
And the stage play.
And the stage play Bulag Pipit BA. But don't forget, on November 22, the RRM seminar.
Yes.
We call on all organizations who are going to be invited to give their representatives for the DRRM seminar, 1 to 5 p.m. JFH.
TJF.
TJF.
Where everyone is invited, and we will pledge for safety of our friends, family, and especially ourselves here in our university.
That's right. That's all
Right.
about, of course, journalism and safety on Compact Day. And that is all today for the Green FM special report on Compact Days 2017. Stay tuned to 95.9 Green FM as we provide live feed and on-spot reports from field reporters on each Compact 2017 event. Only here on 95.9 Green FM.
Connect with us in 95.9 Green FM on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For a recap of today's show, visit our website 959greenfm.wordpress.com. The same time, 95.9 Green FM YouTube, Animo channel, YouTube.
And thanks to our executive producers, Aurora Cuadra-Balibay, Catherine Lepardo, Daniel Pereña, and Stephanie Sevillano. Our producers, Joshua Roldan, Jerome De Quinto, and Gabriel Cayetano, and the Jointly One team. Thank you. Teams of Media Watch, Dasma News, and GoodNewsPilipinas.com Live.
Thanks to our writers, reporters, and technical team. Thanks to the Green FM News Department, Green FM Operations, and Green FM Promotions.
Thank you, our audience, for tuning in and spending your time with us this afternoon on 95.9 Green FM for the special report on Compact Days 2017. I am Angie Cuadra-Balibay, anchor for Media Watch.
I'm G. Santos for Dasma News.
And I am Stephanie Sevillano. We hope you were inspired with the stories today.
And I am Jericho Agyatan. We promise to continue providing the good news.
On GoodNewsPhilipinas.com, live only here on 95.9 Green FM.
Dahil basta balita, dito ka!